Today we're going to be talking about setting our toe points on asphalt pavers. We'll be looking at a Roadtec paver from Aztec. We'll be looking at the CAT paver. So if you look at their toe point scales, you can see they're slightly different. Roadtec counts from 0 up, and CAT actually has their 0 mark in the middle of the toe point reference, and they go into the negatives and they go into the positives. So we'll take a look first at a typical job. This is a mill and fill operation. So this is our existing road. This is where we milled out. We took out 2 inches with a milling machine. Now something we need to keep in mind is a rule with compaction, that you have a 1/4 inch per 1 inch of loose mat. So what that means is if we put down 1 inch of material with an asphalt paver and we followed through with the QC roller pattern and we met all the compaction we could get out of it, you're going to drop a 1/4 inch. So 1 inch of loose mat after compaction will be 3/4 inch. So our goal here in this situation is we have a 2 inch milled surface. That's the goal we need to come back to. So in order to calculate how much loose material we need to put here, we take 2 and multiply it by how many 1/4 inches per inch. So we have a 1/4 inch and another 1/4 inch. So our loose mat will stand up just slightly above our existing asphalt by about a 1/2 inch. So if we measured the inside of what we laid, we'll have 2.5 inches of loose material. So why that's important is how we set our toe points. Toe points is what gives us a straight line of pull, or it allows our screed to float in full contact from the nose of the bottom of the screed to the tail of the bottom of the screed completely, those 27 inches. We don't want the tail of the screed to ride only, or we don't want the nose of the screed to ride only. Both situations will give us segregation. So in order to set our toe points, we know our existing, or what we're laying down, 2.5, and we'll look at a CAT paver first. A CAT paver, a general rule of thumb, is if you're paving anywhere between 0 to 3 inches, is to set your toe point at 0. If you're paving anywhere above 3, let's say we're paving 4 inches, we need to go up 1 inch on our toe point reference for every inch above 3. So in this example, we have a 4 inch mat we're putting down. We're above 3. So when we go to set our toe point, we need to set it to 1. If we're paving 5 inches, doing some type of base course or something like that, we would count up. The difference between 3 and 5 is 2. So we go up 1 inch, 2 inches. And that's how we set our toe point for a CAT paver. For a Roadtec paver, it's a little different. Some think it's a little bit more simple. We start at 0, the bottom of our hydraulics, and we count all the way up. I believe they go up to 14 or 12 inches or something like that. So if we're paving a 2.5 inch mat, we need to go 1 inch above our loose mat being laid. So in this example, we're right in between 2.5. We need to go up 1 inch from there. So our toe point is going to be set right there between 3 and 4 at 3.5. If we're paving down something a little bit thicker, let's say 4 inches, instead of keeping it down here at 3.5, we'd go 1 inch above 4, and we would set our toe point at 5.